Are you afraid of commitment? Worried that you'll regret one of the biggest decisions of your life? Buyer's remorse is an unfortunate reality, especially with your first home. However, with a little preparation, you can set yourself up for a long-term housing relationship. And understanding the top 10 things buyers regret about their home after their purchase can help you add a dose of regret prevention to your home buying experience. If we haven't met before, I'm Holly McDowell, and I specialize in finding buyers a fabulous home in the greater Spokane region. Regret number 1, unexpected maintenance. So do you remember that home inspection you had when you bought the house? Consider that your maintenance checklist for the first year or 2 of home ownership. Plan ahead. Set aside money for the unexpected issues that arise over time. In addition, you might consider a home warranty as part of your purchase to cover some of the surprises that will eventually pop up. Regret number 2. Turns out you don't like the neighborhood. On the first pass through, that tree-lined street looked dreamy. And after you moved in, you discover the neighbor runs a daycare. And the dog behind you barks all afternoon. So take the time to drive by the house during different times of day. Pull up a local crime report. Consider meeting a few of the neighbors during the inspection period. A little due diligence will go a long way to make sure you love the neighborhood. Regret number 3, the mortgage payment's too high. So, careful consideration of your budget and a full understanding of the additional costs of home ownership are critical. Don't create a situation where you're a slave to the house payment that forces you to cut out other things that you enjoy. Live music, anyone? Regret number 4, the house is too small. Did you know that the house is too small is the number 1 regret? In fact, 42% of buyers regret not buying a bigger house. So keep in mind why you're buying a house and consider your long-term plans. Regret number 5, it's that sudden loss of savings. Closing on a house isn't exactly cheap, and the sudden dip in your savings account could mirror the sinking feeling in your gut. But remember, the savings isn't gone. It's merely relocated into the equity of your home. Regret number 6, the commute is too long. Drive the commute a few times. Get a feel for the distance. It's one thing to know it's 10 minutes extra each direction, and it's another to feel that extra 20 minutes every day. Regret number 7, not paying attention to the little things. Spend some time looking around the inside and the outside of the house. Check how the light filters in through the windows. Is there peeling paint? Are the floors uneven, like the ocean? Is there a school zone nearby? Is it on a busy street? Is there a bus stop on the corner? These aren't necessarily deal breakers. They're just things you should notice and make a decision for yourself if it's important. Regret number 8, an undesirable layout. Well, the house felt great when you bought it. And then you started moving in. And the furniture didn't quite fit like you imagined. And the wall between the kitchen and the living room you thought you could live with? Well, not so much. This is one of the reasons I provide clients with a 100-point buyer checklist, and I bring a measuring tape. Regret number 9, you feel like you overpaid. So there were multiple offers. You were in a rush to make a decision. The emotion took over and you didn't want to lose the house, so you bid up higher and higher, and you won! Oh shit, you won. So choose a realtor that helps you balance those emotions with a dose of common sense. Also, look around the house. Maybe there's an opportunity to add value to offset the feeling of overpaying. Regret 10. You settled for a house that wasn't quite right. The reality is you aren't going to find the perfect house. In general, most buyers find a home that is about 80% of that perfect home they were looking for, which is actually pretty good. But don't settle for an almost house. Be familiar with your home needs and be willing to compromise on some of the items from your wish list. I know this feels like a lot to try and remember to prevent a seeking feeling of regret. That's why it's so important that you choose to work with an experienced professional who considers all these things for you and brings them to your attention before you sign the papers. If you're worried about settling for the wrong house and aren't sure what items on your wish list could be opportunities for compromise, then you need to check out You Can't Always Get What You Want, where I discuss which items on your must-have list could be areas for compromise. Do you have a question? Do you want to schedule a consultation? Then drop a comment below or pick up the phone, text or call. You can also book online. I look forward to hearing from you, and as always, have a fabulous day.